This is the aftermath of the Munich air disaster. On February 6, 1958, a plane carrying the Manchester United football team, supporters and journalists crashed into a fence at the end of the runway in Munich, Germany. The plane's left wing and tail section broke off, causing a nearby fuel truck to explode. Fearing the plane itself would soon explode, the flight crew began hastily evacuating the passengers. The flight had originated in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, the scene of United's European Cup quarter-final win versus Red Star Belgrade. It was snowing and slush was forming on the runway. At 3:02, after 2 aborted takeoffs, the plane again received clearance from the tower and set off down the runway. As it gathered speed, the plane threw up slush that had accumulated on the runway. The plane reached V1 speed, where it was no longer safe to abort takeoff. Captain Thane expected the speed to continue increasing, but instead it steadily decreased, and it soon became apparent that the plane was not going to take off. It was too late. The plane skidded off the end of the runway, crashing into a fence surrounding the airport. The left wing hit a house and was torn off. The right side of the fuselage hit a wooden hut, housing a truck filled with tires and fuel, which exploded. Goalkeeper Harry Gregg, slowly regaining consciousness, saw a light shining into the cabin just above him. He kicked a hole wide enough for him to escape. He managed to save some passengers, making multiple trips inside the cabin. Among those he saved were teammates Bobby Charlton and Dennis Viollet, still strapped into their seats. In total, 23 people were killed, including 8 members of Manchester United's famed Busby Babes. The crash was originally blamed on pilot error, but it was later found that the crash was caused by the accumulation of ice at the end of the runway. This slowed the plane down, preventing a safe flying speed. During takeoff, the plane had reached a speed of 217 km an hour, but the ice slowed it down to 194, a speed too slow to take off safely. Despite this conclusion, German authorities blamed Captain Thane for not de-icing the plane's wings. Proceedings against the captain dragged on until 1969, when he was finally cleared of responsibility. Numerous memorials were erected in honor of the disaster, both at Munich and at United's ground, Old Trafford.